Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you subscribe to my channel. Also, I hope everyone gives this video a thumbs up and definitely leave me your comments and thoughts in the comment section down below. If anyone's interested in any new content on YouTube, please check out my featured channels section. So today's video, I am doing acrylic nails, using acrylic as dip powder on long nails. The products that I'm going to be using are the dip liquids from Gershon, Young Nails Core White, and one of my favorite acrylic powders, E.Den'S Rose in Blue Jeans. So first, let's talk about the base of my nails. I did do that off camera, and what I did was I used the Kiara Sky medium stiletto tips. You guys have seen me use these a lot of times on my channel. I do have a full coverage tips playlist, which I will link at the end of the video. And I did the application with acrylic, which I've also done on camera, and I'll link one of those videos in the cards above. And to get a little bit more length on these tips, what I did was I placed the tip. I did not place the tip at the cuticle area because I wanted a little bit more tip. So I used my full coverage tips and applied them with acrylic. And again, I will link one of those videos in the cards above. And at the end of the video, I will link my full coverage gel tips for you. So I just wanted to do a quick design, and I wanted to be able to switch my design. So after I laid my base, I went in with a top coat without buffing, and then I went in with a peel off base coat. And the one that I've just started to use and play with is UNT or UNT. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. That is in my Amazon storefront if you're interested in seeing that base coat, peel off base coat. So the reason I used it was because I was figuring, okay, I can just like peel off or like easily remove the dip powder. However, I've been wearing this set at the time of voiceover for a week and a half, and I have like a little small chip at the tip of one nail and then on my thumb. So on two different hands, I have a chip. So nothing major after about a week and a half of wear. So I don't think the peel off base coat was pretty much something to do in the middle of the nail, maybe more so towards the, instead of doing the base, using it underneath the base probably would have worked. So I say that because I know a lot of people that watch me also do videos. And I know some people are looking for ways to do more design videos and not have to remove nails that could in a way that could possibly damage your nails. So that's why I left that. But for everyone else, all of my DIYers, don't worry about the peel off base coat at all unless you change your nails often. But I'll keep updating you guys on the peel off base coat. So essentially what I'm doing here is just doing a dip application. On some of the nails, I did go in with 3 coats of dip or 3 layers of dip. And that's only because I believe the thumb on the white, I wanted it to be 100% opaque. And when I filed it, I didn't want any spots to show. So I'm using the cupcakes for this, the cupcake tins for this dip. Sometimes I use a tray, sometimes I pour, but I feel like when I'm doing longer nails, I kind of like to dip a little bit more. And because I'm the only one that uses these products, I'm comfortable with dipping my finger in them. I'm comfortable with using this method. I feel like if I was doing someone else's nails, I would just portion out a small section and just pour it over their nails and then discard that excess powder. So in my opinion, and what I use dip for, DIY, I definitely feel like it's safe as long as your hands are clean to go ahead and dip your nails in your powder. And acrylic powder and dip powder are essentially the same exact things. For a while I was thinking, okay, dip powder is a little bit more finely milled. I don't really believe that to be true anymore, because I have purchased some dip powders that the consistency was a little bit clunky or not as finely milled as some of my acrylics. Like you could see here, both of these acrylics are pretty finely milled. They're not lumpy. I'm getting really good smooth application with them. So, that's something that I don't really believe to be true about dip powder anymore, because I think it's just based on the brand, whatever base that brand uses before they add their pigment, which you can get in either a solely acrylic or a solely dip. The thing that I'm starting to discover are powders that work, dip powders that work with acrylic and dip powders that don't work with acrylic. And in my head, I'm just like, that's just probably just a regular acrylic that was gonna marble anyway. So I kind of think dip powder and acrylic is like exactly the same, that it's manufactured exactly the same, and some things react differently to different products. That's just my thoughts. I'm not a chemist. I'm just doing, DIY. However, I don't think they teach formulas, powder acrylic formulas in school anyway. But that's just me going on a little rant. So on this nail, I wanted a kind of like a marble design. So I just added some white powder, just added that blue, just swirled it around, and just dipped my nail in it. After it dries, I am going to go ahead and add another layer of the base, and then dip it again, making sure any spots that I missed, I get a little bit more blue on those spots, and that, everything is covered. This is, for me, dip powder is a little messy, but it's like fun to me. But when you're using a color like this, like I have blue all over everything. But what I did was I just took a paper towel with some alcohol, and I was able to clean off my bottles and just wherever that blue got. So don't really worry too much about making a mess. Like, it's easy to clean up, especially if you have alcohol and a paper towel. So don't worry too much about that. And here I'm just going in with 2 coats of activator. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to do my filing off camera. And one thing that you have to do when you're using colored acrylics is have a base. One thing that I did was my base kind of was a little bit too thick. So this set did come out a little bit thick, which I really personally, I don't mind having thicker nails from time to time. Not all the time, but sometimes it's fine. So if you're doing a base and you're going to do the method that I do, applying the full coverage tips, just be aware of how much dip powder you're adding on top of that, because it will add bulk to the nail. And oh, here's the top coat. I'm going in with Not Polished Gloss-It Top Coat, one of my favorites. So what I was saying is, when you're adding your base and then your dip powder, you want to be aware of how many layers or coats that you're adding, because that will add bulk to the nail. Any other tips? Oh, basically for me using the full coverage tips, it's not to build the entire strength structure of my nail. For me, I always feel like these tips need a little bit more strength to them. I use them mostly just to assist me with the shaping of the nail. And you want to make sure when you're applying those full coverage tips that if you are using only glue, that it's not going to last too long. But if you're applying them with polygel or gel or acrylic, the method that I like the most, it's going to give you a little bit more wear on those nails. These nails will last depending on how well you prep. So it's the same as a gel set, a polygel set, an acrylic set, or a regular dip powder set. However you prep your natural nail, like that's the most important part. So that's what's really going to determine how long your nails wear, not necessarily the products or the combination of products that you use. Like I said, I did a peel off base coat in between the dip powder and the base, which was my full coverage tip, and I barely have any chips. So it's still lasting a little bit longer than I want it, but it's fine. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Like, what do you guys think about the full coverage tips? Like, what combination do you guys use them in? Like, what combination do you kind of feel is the best or the easiest way for you to do a set of nails yourself? Lately, I've been loving acrylic, and I've been loving dip powder as well. I am going to try and get some polygel. Well, I'm not going to try. I'm going to get you guys some polygel videos and then some builder gel videos coming up. I did do a haul where I did purchase some builder gels and then some polygels that I want to use a little bit more. But also let me know in the comments down below like what you guys want to see. Do you guys like the application of me applying the full coverage tips with acrylic? Do you actually want to see more of that application? I did do a shorter version of this, which I'll link in the cards above as well. And I don't know, just let me know what you guys think. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see. And if possible, I can make it happen. The suggestions that I got in the last couple videos about polygel and builder gel, those are coming soon. So just, let me know what you guys think. But overall, I really liked how the acrylic from E.Den'S Rose applied as a dip, and I like how the Young Nails acrylic applied as a dip. For E.Den'S Rose, I do have a discount code for that website, which will be in the cards down below. So this is just me top coating the nails. I'm going to give you guys a shot of how the nails turned out. And DIY here, so don't come for me in the comments. I understand that this application around my cuticle area was not as neat as it should have been. It came out okay. But in the final shot, you'll see like the cuticle area wasn't the best. So one thing you guys always want to do your best to do is avoid getting the product on your skin and your sidewalls. And sometimes I'm really good at it and sometimes I'm not. This is one of the times I wasn't, but I love how these nails turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Again, if you're looking for more content on YouTube, check out my featured channels. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you leave me a comment down below and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I'll see you guys again soon.